So you're welcome to join that meeting if you're interested in finding out more about how we decide and determine where we tithe and you want to learn a little bit more about it, or if you'd like to participate in that decision. So now, here at the center, we believe in the power of prayer, what we call spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. So if there's something in your heart, we invite you to fill out a prayer request. They're in the backs of the seats. And you can put it in the offering plate as it comes around, or you can put it in the box in the back. We have a team of people from the 3 New Thought centers around town that pray over that once a week for you, with you. It will be held in prayer by this team for a couple weeks, and the team is made up of ministers and licensed practitioners and teachers from those New Thought communities. And if you would like a prayer today, look for a practitioner wearing a turquoise stole. There's a couple of them here, and they will do a quick treatment with you after the service. And a treatment can support something you'd like to release as well as something you'd like to augment in your life. So they get a lot of blessing out of praying with you, so make use of that service after the service. And we also love good news, and there are gratitude cards in the back of the chairs as well. So you can let us know how Spirit is showing up in your life. We love to share that in our group that prays together as well. And now it is time for song, silence, and prayer.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Let's take that in silence. And there is only love. And love has showed up here today as each one of us. And so we are grateful for this coming together to express and allow love to move in and through us. presence is love itself, forever seeking to express through us as wholeness, compassion, and peace. Love is the givingness of spirit. It does not condemn, it does not divide, it does not withdraw. Love includes all, embraces all, heals all, because love is whole. We're not broken beings seeking to be made whole. We are already expressions of a perfect life, learning to remember who we are. Even in moments of uncertainty, even at the edge of change, the truth of our being remains intact. There is an intelligence within us that knows how to guide, how to restore, and how to reveal the next step. When we trust this inner presence, we discover that we are never alone, never abandoned, and never without support. Love goes before us and prepares the way. It meets us in our questions and steadies us when the ground feels uncertain. It asks only that we be willing to open our hearts, to listen deeply, and to allow life to unfold. As we rest in love, we remember our wholeness. As we embody love, we become a healing presence in the world. And as we trust love, we find that even at the edge, we are held. And so it is.
And we have Chris. Is it Sanders? Sanders. Okay, I got that right. Chris Sanders here to do the special music today. And she's wonderful. So give her a warm welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here. I think I'm sitting on my cord. Yes, I am. There's a lot of moving parts. So this morning, I'd like to share with you a song that I actually started off. I'm a voice teacher, and there's a lot of sounds that we make that are really vocally healthy that we don't think about so much. One of them is the R sound, because it draws the corners of the lips forward and we lengthen the vocal tract. So R is good, L is out. Draws the tongue forward. Oh, there's just, so all the humming sounds, they're all really healthy. So this song was created in the moment trying to help out a group of singers. And then when asked to sing, and you know, here we are, this idea of finding ourselves in the midst of so much going on. And it's like, oh my goodness, I think this song, when I sing, "When Will You Return?" I'm actually singing to myself. When will, you know, the feeling you ever have about, I'm just not feeling myself. And this is not me. The search for ourselves and our truth at this time of life. It might not be the same truth that we held as younger people. So they're examining that is now, boy, I guess I wrote a song about that. When will you return? And do you know the way? But I'm singing to myself. How can I be sure? What is mine to do? And the answer is the moon. Look to the stars. Look and you'll know right where you are. Oh, how can I be sure? How can I be sure? Wind and waves and tides, change always abides. What is mine to do? What is mine to do? Truth so simple is live, let live, let live, let go. take it home. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you so much for singing.
I think we have our song for the week. We can just sing that.
Let
That's
go.
beautiful. Let go, let go. I'm going to walk around the house singing Let Go. Thank you, Chris. Wonderful to have you here again.
Thank you.
And we have a special new speaker to us here at the center, someone who's been coming to visit with us for a while now, and I'm excited to hear her. This is Reverend Uki MacIsaac. She is an ordained spiritualist minister, intuitive counselor, and spiritual psychic with more than 30 years of ministry experience. Through her gift of clairvoyance, she helps people reconnect with her spiritual purpose and the healing power of spirit within. A two-time survivor of life-threatening illnesses, Reverend Uki's life is a testament to resilience, faith, and service. She now lives in Las Cruces. Aren't we lucky? MacIsaac.
Thank you. Thank you, Bonnie.
You're welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm really honored to be with you this morning at CSL. And of course, it's the month of February, so we've talked a lot about love. And we've talked a lot about embracing the edge. And now we heard how important it is to let go. It all fits perfectly together. So I want to explore a little bit about the edges we face constantly. You know, it sounds so lovely, embracing the edge and the heart of wholeness is love. But edges aren't always beautiful, are they? Sometimes we feel stretched. Sometimes we don't know what to do. Edges are when our neat spiritual ideas suddenly become practical. Like me this morning, my coffee soaked my pages. So, you know, I was for a moment not very spiritual. And we have sometimes tech issues, sometimes people cut us off the freeway. So anyway, edges come in many shapes and forms, the small ones and the big ones. It's easy to talk about love when everybody agrees with us. But it's harder when little annoyances like that happen. And obviously, Spirit really believes we are ready for those growth opportunities. So the edge itself is not the problem. It's not necessarily dangerous. It is a threshold, though. It's the place where the known meets the unknown. The place where who we are can no longer carry us, and who we are becoming isn't fully formed yet. And when we are honest, that place feels awkward. It feels like when you update your phone and for 10 minutes, absolutely nothing happens, right? You trust the process, sort of, but you're also slightly panicking. That's a little edge. And I think it's important to remember the edge is not punishment. It's always an invitation. But to what, you might ask? Invitation to what? To love more fully is a very simple answer, not so easy to implement. And to love not sentimentally, not necessarily romantically, but courageously. I've experienced a couple of edges in my own life. You know, you can't be in your 70s without having experienced some edges, right? So some 30 years ago, I was in Sedona, and maybe some of you know that famous airport vortex in Sedona. So I stood there, and I had been on the spiritual journey for a while, and from a place deep within me, I surrendered. I surrendered myself, my life to God. And I simply asked, I'm getting my angel bumps even as I say it 30 years later. I simply asked for God's will for me and the power to carry that out. Later that day, in that beautiful church, that chapel that's built into the rocks, I think it's called Holy Cross, Chapel of the Holy Cross. What a magnificent place. I had another God moment, as I call them. Tears were streaming over my face as I felt this exquisite presence. I call those moments of grace. And then, 3 days later, I had a near-death experience. Now, I had not planned, trust me, I had not planned on nearly dying when I surrendered myself. But it was not a punishment. Even at the time when it happened, it was the ultimate challenge. I was in a 2-week or 2.5-week coma. And when I regained consciousness and through the long, long healing process, I felt abandoned by God, even betrayed. But it was my understanding that was breaking, not the presence itself. Only much later did I discern the blessings in that life-changing experience, which I now know in my life so far, the ultimate edge. In the moment, it felt like loss, massive loss. In hindsight, it was initiation. My surrender was answered, just not in the way I thought it would be. But as a result, something in me shifted. I began to seek more deeply, study more seriously, and listen more carefully. That journey eventually led me to ministry. I want to talk about 3 edges of love. First of all, there is the edge of self-love. Now, that's not bubble bath and chocolate, although I do like that too. But self-love at the edge is when we stop abandoning ourselves. When we say no where we used to say yes. When we rest instead of trying to prove. When we forgive ourselves for being human. And let's be honest, being human is quite the advanced spiritual curriculum, isn't it? Sometimes I imagine our souls signing up for this lifetime saying, yeah, give me that accelerated program. And then we arrive and we go, oh, can I go back to beginner's class? So self-love at the edge says, I will stay with myself, even here. That I consider wholeness. Then there is the edge of loving others. Now, it's really easy to love people who are easy to love, isn't it? But what about the difficult ones? The ones who disagree with us, the ones who disappoint us, the ones who mirror something in us we don't really want to see. That's an edge. And I want to be really clear. Loving does not mean tolerating abuse. It does not mean erasing boundaries. Because love without boundaries becomes resentments, doesn't it? And love with boundaries becomes strength. So sometimes loving one can simply mean, I release you to your own journey and bless you from a safe distance. That too is love. We may not realize it at that moment when we set a boundary. We may even feel slightly guilty, but that is a healthy aspect of self-love. And then there is the edge of purpose. Now, when we talk about passion, we often think about romance. But passion is not limited to romance. It belongs to meaning. It belongs to the fire inside of you when you know you are aligned. It's a beautiful fire that warms us up. Something that this fire can feel exciting. It can also feel terrifying. But purpose will always lead you on an edge. Gary and I have been here in Las Cruces for 6 months now. Last year, year of 2025, I became a citizen. I published my book. And after 40 years of San Diego, we moved here. Let me tell you, that was an edge. I do still miss the ocean, but otherwise, we love it here. So purpose tells us, come forward, come. Fear says, nah, stay comfortable, stay where you're at. Stay in San Diego. And love says, I will walk with you. I think that's the most important part. Love does not remove the edge, but it accompanies us on or at the edge. You know, recently you may have observed on the internet these Tibetan monks who walked from Texas to Washington, over 2,000 miles. They were at the edge of what they could possibly tolerate. I saw some pictures of their feet and I thought, oh my God, just like frozen little places on their feet. They sacrificed everything: comfort, convenience, predictability. Why? Why did they do that? Because they believed that love must be embodied. That peace is not just a lovely idea, it's a practice. And they were definitely walking at the edge of their own endurance for something larger than themselves. And that is what love can look like in action. Now, hallelujah, most of us are not asked to walk 2,000 miles, but we may be asked to walk across a room, to pick up that heavy phone receiver, make a call, and sometimes just to show up. And you know what? Sometimes that feels just as long, doesn't it? So after hearing about the monks, we may feel inspired. We may also feel slightly guilty. How about we pick inspired? Because love is not measured by distance. It is measured by sincerity. Your small act of courage may be invisible to the world, but it is visible to spirit. And sometimes we just don't see what our actions lead to. We know about karma, or the golden rule, that eventually what we give out comes back. But it seems to sometimes take a long time, right? So it is always according to spiritual rule, just not on our time. You know, sometimes I feel Spirit must sometimes look down on us and say, oh, sweetheart, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing better than you think you are. You know, that's, of course, sort of a personalized God. But sometimes I go there and I believe, you know, that even when I'm cranky, Great Spirit loves me. When I'm critical, condemning, impatient, I'm still loved. You know, the edge is not a one-time event. It's a rhythm. It's almost like breath, you know, we expand and we contract. We expand and we contract. And when we can meet that rhythm with a little kindness for ourselves and for others, and don't forget humor. I'm German, so sometimes I'm terribly serious. But I've learned to laugh a little bit at myself every now and then. So, what is the heart of wholeness? Wholeness does not mean perfection. Wholeness means nothing is exiled. Not your fear, not your doubt, not your strength, not your weakness. Wholeness says all of you belongs. All of you belongs. Hey, if we were perfect, we'd have sprouted wings by now, right? So, and the heart of that wholeness, the integrating force, is love. Love is what allows the light and the shadow to sit at the same table. Love is what allows you to stand at the edge and not run. Sometimes I allow myself to be inspired by what great people said. And this is Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love. And then, for the second time in the history of the world, men will have discovered fire. The fire of passion, of purpose. Rilke, German poet, said, "Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final." And that reminds me when I was in the hospital, and it seemed like such an endless journey. My mother had visited from Germany, and she was by my bedside, and she would repeat over and over again, "This too shall pass." Of course, she said it in German, but "This too shall pass." And at some point I said, it doesn't feel like it's ever passing. But of course, feelings pass. I love Rumi. I mean, who doesn't love Rumi, right? And this is a very famous saying of his. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. The barriers within ourselves that we have built against love. And sometimes his sayings are so short, and they leave you puzzled for a moment. Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? The prison of our perceptions, of our mind. And I love this one, although I'm still struggling with fully understanding it. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. And since we talk about edge, one more Rumi quote, where there is ruin, there is hope for a treasure. Love will never lead you astray. So with this, I invite you this week to notice your edge. Where are you being asked to grow? Where are you being invited to just love a little more courageously? And where might a little gentleness towards yourself be the right thing? You do not have to leap off a cliff. Just step forward an inch. Love does not demand drama. Let that sink in. Love does not demand drama. It does ask for sincerity. And if you forget, which of course we all will, just begin again. This is the most spiritual thing we can do. Begin again. Not be defeated by life's edges. Just take a big, deep breath and make another little step forward. The heart of wholeness is love. And that heart lives in you. Breathing is so important. Expand, contract, yes? So I invite you now to turn a bit inward, and you may wish to close your eyes. Oh, yeah, I'm new to this, so would the practitioners please gather around the room? Thank you. So let's take a slow breath together. And we recognize that there is one life, one presence, one love expressing itself in infinite ways. That life is whole, that love is complete, that presence is not distant, it is the very essence of who we are, right here, right now. At every edge we face, whether it is uncertainty, growth, vulnerability, or courage, that one love is already present. There is nothing outside of it. There is nowhere we can fall that love does not reach. I affirm for each of us that we are held in a field of compassion greater than our fear. That we are guided by wisdom deeper than our confusion. That we are strengthened by a love more enduring than any challenge. I affirm that self-love awakens gently within us, not as ego, but as sacred belonging. I affirm that our relationships are infused with clarity, courage, and healthy boundaries. I affirm that when we stand at the edge of becoming, we do not stand alone. Love walks with us. Love breathes through us. Love expands us. And even when we forget, even when we wobble, that love does not withdraw. It remains whole, steady, present. I give thanks for this truth. I give thanks that wholeness is not something we must achieve. It is something we awaken to. And I release these words into the law of love, trusting that they are already active, already alive, already fulfilled. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
And Chris, come on up. We want to hear more from you. I wrote this for my son's wedding. He didn't want to have any music, and I was presiding. And it's like, what? And he had all these musicians in the wedding party. I did this in the service. May you be happy. May you find joy. May you find joy all of your days. May you see clearly the path before you. When you get lost, love knows the way. Take any note that you want me to sing, Love Knows the Way, and here we go. And it's here now. Love knows the way. 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 Let's sing low notes. Love knows the way. 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 High notes. Love knows the way. 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 Oh, love knows the way. Love knows the way. Love knows the way. Now gently to each other, here we know. Love knows the way. 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 Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We have our song for the week. Let it go. Love knows the way.
Oh.
Perfect. Thank you. And Uki, thank you so much for that beautiful message. I'm going to go back through and pull out some of those sentences that were great ahas, different ways of looking at things, but opened my heart and mind, and I see nodding, and I heard a lot of response. So thank you so much. We can't wait to have you. You're coming back next month, right? Yay. So we'll see her again. We're so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, now is that wonderful time when we think about giving back to this center. And one of the things I want to share with you are a few words from our reading that we are doing in our book study, because it attaches to this idea of why are we collecting money all the time? You know, why are we doing that once a week? Money is a means to an end, not the end itself. You cannot eat money. It cannot keep you warm or cuddle you at night. Simply having money is not the goal. The goal is to use it to do whatever your heart leads you to do, and to do that which fulfills your divine purpose. And she talked about meeting that purpose on the edge. And so we think about our divine purpose here at the center and all that we are about. And part of that is to support our larger community. And part of that is to support each other within this community. Because of that, we also practice what she teaches in here, which is tithing. And that's 10% of everything that flows into the center goes back out to places that we consider are giving spiritual food, not just to us, but to the world itself. And so this month, 10% is going out to Border Servant Corps, who walk along with migrants and their families in Ciudad Juarez and Anapara, offering welcome care meals and real human presence during times of deep uncertainty. Their ways of showing up is with humility, kindness, and love, and reflects the values we hold as a community, and we are honored to partner with them this month, as 10% of all that comes in is being shared with them in this consciousness of tithing and knowing that as we give, so we receive, and we just keep that flow going. So again, another plug for this. If you don't understand what that means, come to the class and we'll talk about it even more. At this time, let's say our blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, in me. And we will sing, I am so blessed. And please remember that as the plate is passed, you can put your blessing in there. Just bless it, no matter whether you have something tangible to put in there or not. Let's sing.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And so I hope you all feel blessed by this morning, by coming together, by the message, by the songs and the music, and by each other's presence. And I know that all that flows into the center supports this mission, this divine purpose that we are in this community. And we allow that to flow back out in all different ways. And so with great gratitude and deep thanks, I say, and so it is. And how are we closing out today?
We're going to first time. So yeah, let's
If you would like, you may stand and we will sing our closing song.
yeah, and you might even make a little eye contact. I mean, if you want.
Love be with you, peace unfold you, spirit lift you, oh breathe in, truth come through you, may good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. All together, hand in hand, we see the light, we take a stand. We are changing a whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free. Share this blessing. Love be with you. Peace unfold you. A spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Truth come through you. May good flow to you. Let love renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. 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 Peace unfold you. Spirit lift you. Oh, breathe it in. Truth flow through you. May good flow to you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. 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 with you. Love be with you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Thank you, Uki. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sarah and Doug. We are so blessed. Have a wonderful week.
Yeah,